What's going on, guys? It's Gamer Wakanda here today over on the Red app on the YouTube. So today I am here to tell you about the most busted, overpowered build for Lune in Clair Obscur Expedition 33. So the basis of this build is we are going to be using Lightning Dance, we're going to be using the Faint Picto, and we're just going to do a ridiculous amount of damage, and we are going to clear Simon the Divergent Star's second phase in one turn. Technically 3 turns because of CL and intervention, but I will show you this build in action and then we'll move on to the specifics of the build. So here we go, guys. Okay, guys, so I've just cleared Simon the Divergent Star phase 1 with my solo verso machine gun build. Video for that coming soon, so please watch the space. Now we're going to get into the second phase where I'll show you this overpowered busted Lune build in action. Here we go. So we start out with Lune. We use Elemental Trick. And then we follow up with a basic attack. Notice how the stains have turned into dark stains. Very vital for this build. Now we use Fortune's Fury for double damage on Lune. And then Intervention to give Lune an extra turn. Now, all we do, Lightning Dance, and watch the chaos unfold. There you go, chat. There you go. Easy as that. 1 turn Lune, well, 3 turn Lune. Absolutely busted build. Simon the Divergent Star, 115 million damage in 1 turn. Now we're going to get onto the specifics of the build, guys. So guys, now we are going to move on to the specifics of the build. So the most vital part of this build is the weapon you're going to be using on Lune, which is Endgame at level 33. And at level 4, using a skill that doesn't consume stains increases damage by 20%. Resets on using a skill that consumes stains. Base attack at level 10 changes all current stains to dark stains. And level 20, with 4 active dark stains, any skill can consume them to deal 300% more damage. That's the pivotal kind of second turn move there, guys, that you want to be keeping an eye out for. In terms of the Pictos, I am using Faint for critical rate and starting with 4 Barapapa stacks. Every 5th hit deals 600% more damage. That stacks with the 300% damage from the Endgame to just deal an absolutely busted amount of damage. Augmented counter for critical rate, and I got energizing parry just for a little bit more health, just in case Lune takes a hit or 2 during the battle. But not entirely necessary. Just chop and change the Pictos as you want them, guys. In terms of the Lumina, I'm running AP discount, anti-blight, anti-burn, anti-stun, anti-freeze, anti-charm. Some of these are unnecessary, okay? So these are just where I've got a stacked amount of Lumina points, I've just gone in with it. The biggest ones that you are looking for is Faint. You're looking for Cheetah to play twice in a row. Double third is going to be very good here because every 3rd hit of a skill deals double damage. Just kind of going through these as well. So feel free to take a screenshot, like, you know, first strike. I feel like that one's probably not necessary. No, that is necessary because I get to play first. What am I talking about? I'm talking about augmented first strike where I deal more damage on the first hit. First life is good, 25% increased damage until death. Frenzy, each successive skill hit deals 10% more damage. Full strength, 25% increased damage on full health. Glass cannon's vital. Greater defenseless because I'm running a base attack defenseless, so that will make sure Simon is taking even more damage. Gradient overcharge. Now this one is very hit and miss and very situational. However, it can double your double damage. Okay, so gradient overcharge basically makes it so if you have 3 gradient charges on the turn start, you will consume them to deal 200% more damage. Now that is double of the double damage that we use with CL's skill of Fortune's Fury. Okay, so if you can time that right, we didn't get it on that roll on the gameplay, but if you can get that, it's going to be absolutely vital, guys. Just a few here about Powerful and Shell. Powerful Shield. So what in the turn start and the order that I've got them in, it is Lune, CL. So Simon never has a chance to steal the shield. So I'm running Powerful Shield and shield affinity, and Inmedia's res as well. Roulette, obviously, if you can get the right roll on that, 200% increased damage. That's another double damage on top of what you would have before. Tainted, increased damage for status effects, going alongside kind of inverted as well to give you 30% increased damage. So that's a really good one. Warming up, 5% increased damage per turn, so you're doing 2 turns with Lune. So the third turn you'll get an extra 15% damage on top of that as well, guys. So that's the build for Lune. In terms of CL for the buff, all you need to do is make sure that her Pictos have got a good amount of speed. That way she can play immediately after Lune and Simon doesn't get a turn. Okay? We're using Intervention and Fortune's Fury. You can go with all set if things go wrong and you want to give yourself an extra turn on top and get yourself some rush on there as well. Especially if you're using rush on powerful on rush, things like that, you can gain yourself a little damage boost there as well, guys. But Fortune's Fury deals double damage for 1 turn on a targeted ally, and Intervention lets them play immediately and they gain 4 AP. Okay, guys, so that is the build. Thank you so much for watching. I will be putting out a build video for my solo machine gun verso build, which a few of you have been asking for as well. So as I say, watch this space, drop a sub if you haven't already and you enjoyed the content, and feel free to follow me on TikTok, follow me on Twitch, where I go live every Friday, Saturday, Sunday and Monday, 4 PM until 6:30 PM GMT on the UK time. Guys, take it very easy and very steady, and I will see you in the next video.